Thanks for joining me today. My name is Janice. If you are new, today I put together some really cute and some spooky, creepy DIYs, all Dollar Tree items. So let's start off with the first DIY. For this one, I took a Dollar Tree wood sign and I cut this little pumpkin in half. It's one of the styrofoams, and I'm going to be using these little eyes that I got from Dollar Tree. The first thing I'm going to do is paint the pumpkin. I just add a little black to the orange paint and just going to give it one coat. Now what I need to do is create a little hole in front of the pumpkin because I need to place the little eye inside. So I'm using my X-Acto knife to create a little circle. With the styrofoam, sometimes it's difficult to create a perfect circle, so I'm doing my best. It is quite messy. Now I'm going to grab the little eyes and I'm going to take one and place it inside the hole to see if it'll fit. I might have to cut a little bit more. Now I'm going to place the eye right inside the hole. And I'm not going to glue it down or anything because I need to get access to turn it on and off. But before I do that, I'm going to place a little black paint inside because the inside is white and I don't want the white to come through, especially when I place the eye inside. And then I will turn it on and place it back into the styrofoam. Now the eye's on and this is what it looks like, but I'm not finished. Now I'm going to make sure it's placed directly in the middle and it looks good. I think it looks cute. Now I'm going to grab some white paint and I need to dry brush a little bit around the pumpkin. Now I'm grabbing that little sign from Dollar Tree and I'm going to place this black craft paper inside. And to place it inside, I'm just going to use the glue stick. For the pumpkin stem, I'm going to use this Dollar Tree skeleton bone. I thought it was really cute. So I'm going to place it in back with a little bit of glue. Now I'm going to place it right on top of that frame with some hot glue, and that is it. It was so quick and easy to make, and it's so stinking cute for Halloween. All right, for this one, we're going to take a Dollar Tree sign and this Dollar Tree rip and a skeleton that's kind of apart, and we're going to use a spider. So what I'm going to use for the inside of the frame is this olive color. It's a green, and the reason why I'm using it inside the frame is because I'm going to be using some moss over the top. I'm also going to use the same color for the rip sign as well. So I'm going to do the rip sign as well with one coat of the green olive color. Now I'm grabbing that craft paper. It's black craft paper. You can get it anywhere. It's Michael's or Hobby Lobby. So I want to place it behind the rip sign because I want the words to pop. To place the craft paper behind the rip sign, I'm just going to use the glue stick. In this Dollar Tree moss, and I'm just going to place some inside that frame. I'm not going to use any hot glue or anything. I'm just going to place it inside. So what we're making is a little gravesite. It's really easy to make with a Dollar Tree frame or wood sign. Then just placing some moss inside. Then I'm going to grab that rip sign and I'm going to place it in the back. And I'm just going to place it down with some glue, hot glue. Now for inside, you can place anything down. I have that skeleton that's missing his head. So I'm just going to place them in there with a spider. But you can add anything in there. You can add pumpkins. You can just add anything that you want. I mean, I just decided to add this little skeleton. I'm going to place him in the corner, just with a little touch of glue. And then his head I'm going to place on the side of the rip sign. I show you I'm placing it on top of the rip sign, but I change it. I didn't like it. So I do end up placing it on the corner. Now I'm just laying down a Dollar Tree spider. Like I said, you can add anything you want in there. I'm just giving you an idea what you can do. Now I'm going to add a little bit of this web and just going to sprinkle some on top of the rip sign and a little bit around the skeleton. And that's it. It's such an easy project. this one, we're going to grab a Dollar Tree heart, and I'm going to be painting with this black chalkboard paint from Dollar Tree, and I use my Cricut. So I'm just going to give it one quick coat. Now I found this on Cricut Design Space and I loved it, so I'm going to apply it on the heart. It's two skeletons hugging each other, so try to figure out if I want to put it sideways or lay it straight up and down. I'm going to start off with the words first, this way I know where to lay the skeletons. Sometimes it's hard to see when you're weeding, especially when it's white vinyl, so I like to place it on first, and then usually the majority of it will come off, hopefully, but if not, I'll just weed it. This way I can see it better because it's on a black surface. And I'm going to do the same thing with the skeletons because I really had a hard time trying to figure out where to weed and not weed. So there's still some vinyl left in there, so I'm going to continue weeding the rest of the vinyl. Now I'm going to place down the skeletons and do the same thing. So now I'm pulling out the transfer tape and you can see some of the vinyl, it's coming off. Now I'm going to add a red feather. I thought that would top it off. I needed some color and I thought the red feather would look really pretty on the sign. So I decided to add just a little piece of the red feather on the corner right underneath the words. Now you can hang this or you can actually place it on a shelf. I'm going to use a jingle block and I'm going to kind of like angle it. I mean, it's optional if you do decide to make this. I like it kind of like angled, but it also looks cute hanging on the wall. This next one, we're going to grab Dollar Tree fabric. This is their Halloween fabric that's pretty new this year, and one of Dollar Tree's little wood decor, and this little plank that comes in a pack of 6 or 8 in a jingle block, and I use my Cricut. So for the wood plank, I'm just going to paint it with white paint and just give it one quick coat. Now I'm going to take this green, lime green paint and just going to do the outside edges with a paintbrush. So I want the outside edges, the green color, to match the fabric that I'm going to be placing inside that wood frame. Now I'm going to grab the vinyl that I created on my Cricut and I'm going to place that right on top of that wood plank. So I'm going to take the wood sign and take the back apart, and I'm going to place the fabric on top, and I'm just going to use the hot glue to place it down. Now I'm just going to trim any fabric that's hanging over the edges. Now I'm going to replace the backing to the wood frame, and I'm just going to place a little dab of glue just to hold it in place. Now I want the middle part to be raised up, so I'm going to grab 2 jingle blocks and just hot glue it down and place the middle part right over the top with some hot glue. And that's it. This is really quick and easy to make, and it's so stinking cute for Halloween. All right, for this one, I'm going to grab this wood round I got from Michael's for about 99 cents and some jute twine. I got these a few years ago, and I can't remember where I got them from, but you can always use something from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use some ribbon from Dollar Tree. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab this white paint, and I'm going to paint the wood round with this white paint, just one quick coat. So I want the wood round to stand up, so I'm going to grab these little cubes that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to hot glue 3 to the bottom of the wood round. Now I want to add some ribbon on the outer edge of the wood round, so I grab this Dollar Tree purple ribbon. All I'm going to do is go around the outside with some hot glue. Unfortunately, I didn't like the purple ribbon, so I do change it for black. Now I'm going to be making the little brooms. I'm going to grab some jute twine and just wrap it around my hand, and then I'm going to cut it. And then I'm going to place it on top of those little wood pieces that I have and just make my own little witch brooms. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm cutting the bottom part of the jute twine. I thought it would be easier to do it this way, but I eventually start cutting both ends. It made it easier for me to wrap it. But I'm just going to show you how I made the little brooms. So I'm cutting a piece of jute twine, and that's what I'm going to use around the top part of the broom, and just wrap it around and tie it. Now I'm grabbing this felt ribbon from Dollar Tree. Because it's too thick, I'm just going to take a little piece of it and cut it in half, because I'm going to wrap the top part of the little broom with this material. There are so many ways to make these little brooms. You can use raffia instead of the jute twine and, put your own spin on it. But I made it this way. I thought it was really cute. Now I'm just going to place a little glue and wrap that little ribbon right around the top. I'm going to do the other two off camera. Now I'm just going to trim the bottom because it's a little too long. Now I'm going to be using these rub-ons. These are Halloween rub-ons from Dollar Tree. Just going to take out the number 3 and number 1 because the wood round was kind of plain, so I just want to add a little something to it. I always look for rub-ons at Dollar Tree and just stock up on them because you never know when you can use them or need them. And I just love the rub-ons. So now I'm going to cut out the number 1 and place that down as well. Placing down the little brooms on the wood round, and what I'm going to do is use some glue where the stick is that goes through the bottom and add a lot of glue so this way it stays on top of the wood round. On the other one, and I'll do the last one as well. And I'm going to be using these little chalkboard tags that I got from Dollar Tree. And I don't know, my markers don't work, and I tried everything. I tried my Cricut too, but because the vinyl words are so tiny, I could not weed them. So I just wrote out in paint the word that says broom. Okay, this is going to be the last DIY. I grabbed this from Dollar Tree, and I used it before, but I'm going to use the back of it. I also used my Cricut. I'm just going to paint the back of it with the black chalkboard paint. This is going to be a Michael's dupe, and I seen this at Michael's and I want to recreate it. So this is what it looks like at Michael's. I believe theirs is $22, and I made this under $3. Start adding the vinyl to the top, and I'm going to start off with the spider web first. It would be very hard to recreate this if you don't have a Cricut machine, or if you like to do, you can paint it on, but I don't know, it might be kind of hard. So now I have the spider web on. I'm going to place over the top of the spider web. I'm going to grab the skeleton face. I love the way this one came out. It's my favorite. I'll have everything linked in my description box if you're interested in recreating it. Be adding the words. The first word I'm going to place down is the word it says enter. And like I said, this is so cool. I love the way. And this is, by the way, this is Dollar Tree vinyl. And look how nice it looks. Now in the middle, I'm going to place down the spider web because that's exactly how Michael's sign looks. Although this one's a little smaller, but that's okay. It still really is. It's pretty similar to the one at Michael's. So I placed down the word that says at. Now I'm placing down the word that says your. And then the last word is going to be risk, another spider web at the end. And now I'm just going to add the last spider web, and that is it. Look how stinking cute this came out, guys. What do you think? You think it looks like the one from Michael's? I think it does. I love it. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Till next time, guys, I will see you. Bye-bye.